Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for this video. So this is going to be my January Q&A. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr, I always announce when I'm going to do a Q&A, so follow me and then you'll know when I'm asking for questions, and that's the way that you can get your question answered from me if you have a question about anything. But before I get started with this Q&A, I have a few things to freak out about. First thing is, I got this Snorlax in my P.O. box and it's so cute. Look how cute and fat he is, and it's like, see, he's so big. Oh, and hold on. And my sister got me this Squirtle for Christmas, and like, look, that's about right? Like, the size comparison, it's just too cute, you guys. I love Pokemon. Feel free to send me Pokemon stuffed animals to my P.O. box because I love them so much. Look at how cute Snorlax is. He's my favorite. And he's so fat. I love Snorlax so much. So that's my first freak out. My other freaking out thing is someone also sent me some money from the UK. Their money is so gorgeous. The money in the United States looks like a piece of trash compared to this. This is like artwork. This is so, like, it's this really nice material. It's like all plasticky, and then there's this like really shiny stuff, and it's all see-through. Man, that is just like posh as fuck, man. Like, I didn't know their money was this gorgeous. That's so nice. American money looks like shit compared to this. This is so pretty. Okay, anyway, I'm done freaking out. First question, are you planning to get the Nintendo Switch, or did you hear about it? I did hear about it because my roommate was freaking out about it and my kitty wants to come in. I did hear about the Nintendo Switch. I don't really plan on getting it because I already spend way too much time on my 3DS and I really enjoy my 3DS. So I don't really have a reason to get the Nintendo Switch, but it does look badass. I will say that it looks really badass, but I just don't have a reason to get it because I'm really just thankful for my 3DS, and I think it's amazing, and I don't take it for granted, and I'm still having fun playing games on my 3DS. So I don't really have a reason to get it, nor can I really afford it because I'm going to Hawaii in March, which I believe is when it comes out. So anyway, oh yeah, and my roommate is off work because it's supposed to snow today. Right now it's just raining, but if you hear any noises out there, it's him because he's watching Gremlins. He's getting really pissed off at everyone's bad decisions that they're making in that movie. Anyway, so if you hear any noises, that's what that is. All right, next question. What's your favorite movie? Okay, so I don't really have one favorite movie. I just, because different movies like do different things for me. Like, I get different things out of different movies. Like I'll like this movie because it's entertaining. I'll like this movie because it makes me think. I like this movie because the cinematography is really good. I like this movie because it has good writing, or I like this movie because there's good actors. So I don't really have like one favorite movie, but I do have like a lot of movies that I really like, but I can't really say like one favorite movie because every time I think of like, oh, this movie is my favorite, it's like, but I also like that movie, so I don't really want to box myself in as having like one favorite movie. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of like a cop-out answer, but just, I don't want to commit to one favorite movie, but I can make a video just like rattling off a bunch of my favorite movies. I don't know. What's your favorite brand of makeup? Would you date someone who has kids, mountains, or beach? My favorite brand of makeup is probably the Balm Cosmetics. I just really like their packaging. It's really like cheeky and like funny, and I don't know. I just love their packaging. It's adorable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you some examples. Like this one, it looks like a California driver's license, which is cute. This one, oops, this is like a blush palette with cream blushes, which don't really last that long, to be honest, but I just think it's really cute packaging, like on the inside. It's really funny and like sex positive, and let's see, where's this one. This is a really good contour slash bronzer, and also this, it looks like a like she just went to prison or something. So yeah, I really like the balm. They're fun and it's good colors and everything. Would you date someone who has kids? I would, because I don't know, I just don't really have a problem with it. So yeah, I would. I used to not like kids, but ever since I spent a lot of time with my niece and nephew, I like kids, so I don't see a problem with that. And mountains or beach? I would say beach. I do really like the mountains. Like when you're driving through the mountains, it's just like gorgeous, and mountains are very scenic and beautiful. So I do like the mountains, but I would rather be at the beach. I like the beach better, so I appreciate both for sure. Okay, next question. I'll go over to Facebook. What do you think of bipolar person coming off meds because of the numbing side effects? Have you ever experienced a side effect where you have trouble finding your words? I don't think there are numbing side effects per se. I think there are effects that make you not as crazy. I know it's a taboo word to use, but I don't know. I feel like it's good to be numb from certain things. So I'm a big proponent of medication, just from personally experiencing some mental illness and then also seeing other people experience it. I think that the medication can make you more functional and normal and not suffer as much with symptoms. So I think modern medicine in regards to mental health is not a bad thing at all. And if, you know, having your emotions numbed is the only side effect you're dealing with, I think you're doing pretty well. So I personally enjoy having my emotions numbed, because otherwise you are really anxious and emotional. I don't know. I like being a more calm, collected person and able to think more clearly. So I don't know. I don't think anyone should get off meds if they find meds that are helping them. I just don't think that I don't think you should get off meds if they're helping you. Because I think they're really important, and I always notice the difference when, like, it kind of like makes me have a little personal chuckle when I notice my meds kicking in. Like I'll be feeling kind of like zany or whatever, like my head kind of swimmy, and like I'll notice, like, I don't know, I don't want to go into detail about the weird things that I experience before my meds start working. So I'll start experiencing some like dissociation and weird shit, and then when my meds kick in, it's like a wave of normalcy. I don't know, it's a wave of like calmness for one thing. Just depending on, you know, what your mental illness is, what kind of medications you're taking. Personally, I notice when they start working. Like if I take the pill a little bit late or whatever, but there's a big difference from feeling unstable to then the meds kick in and then I feel a lot more calm and stable and like normal and rational, and I don't know. There's just, I'm a proponent of medication, and it's helped me a lot. So people who are constantly saying bad things about it, personally, I don't get it. A lot of people who are in my shoes and actually suffer with severe mental illness, they also don't really understand people who diss medication, because it's actually helped us a lot. So yeah, I don't think that, I think one of the best things you can do for yourself is if you have bipolar disorder, is to get on medication. Any sort of mental illness, I think one of the best things you can do for yourself is to not listen to all the people who diss medication, and to do yourself a favor and get on medication. Do yourself and other people a favor and get on medication. So I know there are people who are like, oh, big pharma, whatever, and I know there's some people who don't need to be on medication, but there's some people who really do and get a lot of relief from it. So anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting about that. Next question, have you ever tried eating a fully raw vegan diet? Yes, I have, actually. I went through like early bad breakup when I was 20 years old, and I started eating a 100% raw vegan diet to kind of help me get through that. And you know, I went 3 weeks eating, well, it's a long story, but I remember going 3 weeks, I had no problem with it whatsoever. I ate 100% raw diet, and after the end of the 3 weeks, I was like weirded out. I was like, I've just been eating raw food for an entire 3 weeks, and like I wasn't fazed by it at all. It was really easy. I mean, granted, the reason it was probably so easy was because I was going through a really hard time emotionally, and I was kind of using the regimen of a raw food diet and the kind of like culty aspect of it to like help me get through a hard time. Like, you know, they make a lot of promises in the raw food community about it, like changing your life and like blah blah blah, and everything will be better once you eat raw food. So, you know, that was really helping me get through a breakup, to just eat a 100% raw food diet, because it was making me feel a lot better. I felt healthier than I ever had. I lost a lot of like weight, and you know, I know people say I'm too skinny now, but at that point I had like, you know, cellulite on my legs, and like I had like, I don't know, I just had like extra padding, you know, that totally was released when I was raw. Like it just, and then I looked really like svelte and healthy and all this stuff. So it was really great for a cleanse. And you know, I started off by saying I went 3 weeks eating 100% raw diet. Well, that turned into 9 months, like no joke, 100% raw, 9 months, except for a few times when I like fell off the wagon and had to eat like some crazy shit. Like I would have like some sort of like nervous breakdown and go to like Wendy's, and some weird shit happened. But for the most part, I was 100% raw for a full 9 months. Then after that 9 months, I fell off the wagon again. I ate cooked food for a good, you know, 3 months or something, and then I went back raw. So I was basically eating a raw food diet on and off for 3 whole years, basically up until I was 24. Then when I was 24, I went to live with my parents, and that's basically when I had my like psychotic break or whatever. Just had way too much stress from graduating college with a degree that I couldn't really do anything with, having to move with my parents. It was just a really hard time for me, really turbulent. So I had like a really bad nervous breakdown, which I've made videos about, and I could talk about that more in more videos, and people are really interested in it. And honestly, it is really interesting, like since it's been a really long time since then, just like looking back at all that stuff that happened. But yeah, I don't eat a raw vegan diet anymore because I think it's way too stressful and causes way too many problems. But I do try and eat vegan and healthy and everything else. And I got a recipe book recently that has a lot of raw recipes. And anyways, I still like the raw vegan diet, and I think if the world was a better place, it would be more accessible for people to eat more raw foods and all this other stuff. But I'm not the type of person to like demonize cooked food or anything like that, or demonize anyone, you know, for how they're eating, or like be really hard on myself for how I'm eating. So I don't know, I think it can really easily turn into disordered eating. So I don't know, I don't worry about that sort of thing as much anymore. But I do try to eat healthy as often as I can. Sometimes I don't, a lot of times I don't. But anyways, does Freely the Banana Girl annoy you on YouTube as much as she annoys me? Yeah, so Freely the Banana Girl is actually a raw foodist person on YouTube, and I don't really watch her videos that much, and I wouldn't say that she annoys me. I do think, I guess one thing that annoys me is that she uses other famous YouTubers in her thumbnails in order to get people to watch her videos, which I know you have to do what you have to do in order to get people to watch your videos or to click on your videos. But I think a lot of her videos are clickbaity. Like she'll have a certain title where she says that she's going to talk about something, and then she never talks about that thing in her video, or it's like at the end of her video. I don't know, it's very clickbaity. It's very like sellout, like as far as just doing whatever you can to get views, and I don't know. But I do think it's good that she's, you know, spreading awareness about nutrition and veganism and stuff like that. But I don't know, I got way more questions than I'm going to be able to answer. I might answer some of these on my blog or something after this, but my SD card is running out of space because I forgot to. Anyways, are you a morning person or a night owl? Greetings from Germany. I'm a night owl 100%. I'm not a morning person at all. I'm a night owl. I was a morning person like at one point in my life. Like when I was in college, I had like a class that was at 9 a.m. and I really liked getting up early and walking to my class, and you know, it was like during the summer, so it was like nice and warm in the morning, and You know, it depends on the circumstances, but for a really long time I've been a night owl. Like, I'll go through phases, like weird phases where I'm a morning person, but I would say that most, like for the majority of, you know, recent history, I've been a night owl. Next question. And once again, I'm just picking these at random because I got way more than I thought I was gonna get, and I might do a part 2. Actually, I'll definitely do a part 2. Okay, next question. What are your thoughts on New Year's resolutions? Waste of time or a great motivator? I think it just depends on where you are in your life. Like, if you're in a space where you're like, I wanna like do these things this year, and you're really excited about it. Like, I've been through that phase where, you know, I get really excited about making all these changes at the beginning of the year, but then other times I'll go through phases where I'm like, you know, I'm doing good. You know, I don't want to push myself to do certain things because I just want everything to be like in moderation. I don't want to do anything extreme. I'm not at the point in my life where I want to do anything extreme. I just want to, like, you know, we go through different seasons in our lives, you know, so I think sometimes in my life it's like springtime and I want to like do spring cleaning and make all these changes in my life, and then other times it's winter or fall where I just want to get cozy and hibernate. So I feel like this 2017 is, or at least January of 2017 right now, for me, I'm not making any New Year's resolutions because I don't plan on sticking to any of them, and so I don't want to just like disappoint myself, or like, yeah, I don't want to like set myself up for disappointment. Basically, I don't want to be like, I'm gonna do this every day and I'm gonna do this every day, you know, like I've done in the past, and I never stuck to any of those things. But it was nice to like kind of brainstorm like healthy things that I could do. So I mean, there's a time and place for like brainstorming healthy things you can do and whatever. So it just depends on where you are at in your life, like, and it just depends. But right now, I'm not making any New Year's resolutions, and I think you shouldn't feel pressure to make New Year's resolutions if it's not right for you at the time, if you're just too bogged down with just doing what you have to do and not really at a place where you can like add new goals. So I don't know, I feel like I already have a lot of goals on my plate. I don't want to add any like stressful ultimatums and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, but if you're making New Year's resolutions, good luck with all of those. I'm not doing it this year. This is gonna be the last question because I'm running out of space on my card. So last question, is there a day when you will stop your medications? No, I don't think so. I just get so much benefit from taking them. Like, I just started taking Lexapro and it makes me sleep a lot, but it also makes me have way less anxiety, and I like that. I really like Lamictal, keeps me not having any bipolar symptoms, and I also like Ativan for helping with extreme panicky types of things, panic attacks. When I'm having like a panic attack and the Ativan kicks in, it's like night and day basically. So I don't think I'll ever stop taking medication because it helps me out in my life, and I'm thankful for modern medicine, and I just hope that I don't have any bad side effects from it, and that I won't have to stop taking things for some reason. And I will have to stop taking some things if I ever get pregnant or anything like that, but I'm not really thinking about that right now. But yeah, I'm really thankful to be able to take medication, and so no, I don't plan on stopping it. Okay, so that is it for this video. I am going to do a part 2 to this because I got a lot of questions that are really good that I really want to answer. These are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. Please check out a link in the description. It's to a really short video. It's about rape awareness. And yeah, please check out the video. She requested me to tell you guys to check out this video. I think it's a really important cause, and it's a really short video. It's a really interesting video that I think is important. And lastly, I just want to give a shout out to my lovely patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, I would really appreciate it. It makes it so that I can keep making videos. So if you want to support my channel, then feel free to become a patron. It would be awesome. So I'm going to give a shout out to the people who donated over $10. And that's kind of like the perk. If you donate over $10, I'll give you a shout out to you or your blog or your website. I also list your name at the end of my videos and like the credits if you donate over $5. And I also post my videos there first. I just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Patrick, Alistair, you're a new patron, Sam, Kate, Lewis, John, also David and Trevor. Okay, so once again, thank you guys so much Thank you for being a patron. If you're a patron, thank you for watching my videos. If you're not a patron, you don't have to be a patron. It's really awesome if you are a patron. And I really appreciate it and all that stuff. And I'm sure everyone else appreciates it. So I hope you guys will have a great day. My battery is dying. And I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye.